music. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not having a very good day. Let me get the pleasantries out of the way first. Welcome to the latest edition of the Stephen A. Smith Show, coming at you as I love to do every weekday, over the national airwaves of ESPN Radio and ESPN News, 250 plus markets across the United States of America. Check your AM, FM dial nearest you. Plus ESPN Radio on Sirius XM, Channel 80. Plus ESPN Radio simulcast over the live national television airwaves of ESPN News. Number to call up as always is 888-SAY-ESPN. That's 888-729-3776. This Mother's Day, show Mom just how much you appreciate her love and support with 1-800-Flowers.com. Right now, you can get 36 sorbet roses for just $36. To order, go to 1-800-Flowers.com, click the radio icon, and enter code Stephen A. That's with a PH, not a V. Time for Straight Talk, brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Best phones, best networks, no contracts. Approximately 3 minutes from now, we will have on two-time NBA champion, NBA Hall of Famer, one of the greatest guards to have ever played the game of basketball. His name is Isaiah Thomas. He will be on the show with us in about 3 to 4 minutes to talk about tonight's matchup in Portland, to talk about Kyrie Irving going against the Milwaukee Bucks, along with the guard play we have witnessed in these NBA playoffs. And then to top it all off, to start off hour number 2, we'll have the great P.J. Carlesimo, former coach at Seton Hall, who took them to a national title game, NBA analyst extraordinaire for ESPN, former head coach in the NBA for various teams. He'll be calling the game for ESPN tonight in Portland between OKC and Portland. So you've got your share of basketball, brilliant basketball knowledge coming on the show. And I mean, you already got it anyway with me hosting the show, but I'm just saying it's even better now that you're going to have those two dudes on the show within the next hour. But before I get to Isaiah Thomas, let me get this off my chest. This damn Dave Gettleman, the Giants general manager, does an interview with Steve Politi of NewJersey.com, NJ.com. Mr. Politi, if I mispronounced your name, I apologize. It's spelled P-O-L-I-T-I. I assume it's Politi, but I could be wrong. Politi. I could be wrong. That'd be one of the two. Nevertheless, Dave Gettleman talks to this man, the general manager for the New York Giants, and he's asked a question in regards to critics and whether or not they're missing the point on why he made certain trades this offseason. Gettleman's response: there's more to it than just collecting talent. There's a cultural thing to it that's critical. I have not been on a team that's gone to a Super Bowl that's had a culture problem, end quote. Politi followed up by asking Gettleman if he had a culture problem in New York, and Gettleman's response was, not anymore. I think it's safe to say he wasn't talking about Olivia Vernon. I think it's safe to surmise and assume that he was talking about Odell Beckham Jr. because thereafter Odell Beckham Jr. went on Twitter, paraphrasing because I don't have the tweet in front of me, talking about ask my teammates, ask the coaches, ask anybody that's ever played with me, etc., etc. I'm not a cancerous effect on a locker room, blah, blah, blah. Proceeded to put out about 44 tweets responding to trolls on Twitter. Why, I don't know, but that's what he did. And to me, Odell Beckham Jr. has every right to come to his own defense. First of all, you get him and you're a grown man. You're a grown man and an executive. What the hell are you taking shots at Odell Beckham Jr. for? Why would you do that? Number two, it gives the impression that he was the reason y'all were losing when you know good and damn well that wasn't true. Number three, it brings attention to Gettleman and the Giants' fixation on elevating the stature of Eli Manning, the two-time Super Bowl champion, who still won't be a Hall of Famer in all likelihood, because when he wasn't winning those 2 Super Bowls, he was busy missing the playoffs most of the time. Even though I think a 2-time Super Bowl champion warrants consideration to the Hall of Fame. And if he was a basketball player, he'd damn sure be in the Hall of Fame with some of these Hall of Famers that are in there. But it's this football we're talking about here. So let's take that into consideration. Now, the one thing I will say, because all of that was in defense of Odell Beckham Jr., who I don't believe deserved what Gettleman implied. But I will say this. When I think about Odell Beckham Jr., this is the one thing I can't come to his defense of. You're arguing with a Twitter troll. who brings up your playoff performance. And Odell Beckham Jr. intimates about him being in the playoffs and what have you done? It could have easily happened that the Twitter troll could have came back and said, I've won as many playoff appearances as you. As many playoff games, rather, as you. And I've been to one less playoff appearance than you. Because Odell Beckham Jr. only been in the playoffs once. And in that game, you were targeted 11 times. You dropped 4 passes. So let's pump the brakes and be mindful of who you're chirping at. It's not necessary, and it doesn't all make you look good. But my real focus is on Gettleman. And the fact that here you are implying, in my opinion, that Odell Beckham Jr. was the problem. And we all know that the New York Giants were a problem. Got a busy signal. I need that fixed, please. 888-SAY-ESPN. That's 888-729-3776. That's what we're talking about here. So when you imply that Odell Beckham Jr. is the problem, that really, really rubs me the wrong way. Because everybody and their mother knows Eli Manning was the problem. Let's stop that nonsense. Let's be honest about what's transpired with the New York Giants. Let's understand that as the NFL draft approaches this Thursday, we're all hoping and praying that the Giants are smart enough to take Dwayne Haskins. Not because that's your only need, but it's because Eli Manning has been relatively bad over the last 2 or 3 years that we know it's time to move in a different direction. Why else would you be looking at the New York Giants and contemplating whether or not they made the wrong pick with bringing up Saquon Barkley with the number 2 overall pick, knowing what a stud he is? Why? Because you know how desperate your needs were at the quarterback position. And Sam Darnold went number 3 to the Jets when he easily could have won number 2 to the Giants. So that's what we're talking about here. Again, ladies and gentlemen, in any minute or so, assuming our technology is all right, on the line with us right now is the one and only Isaiah Thomas. Are you there, Zeke?
I am here. How are you?
What's up, my brother? How are you? How's everything going?
Life is good. I am here in Denver, getting ready for Denver, San Antonio tonight, so all is good.
Well, let me tease you a little bit because I'm your brother. I'm your boy. I can do this to you. Let me tease you a little bit. You're already looking better than half the population, even though you're over 50, but you're on the treadmill acting like you're fat and out of shape and need to lose some weight. I just told on you. Is that a problem?
No,
is that a problem? That's what I'm saying.
That is not a problem, and thank you. But you know, I have to try to keep up with you because, you know, you on TV looking good. I see you and Will Bond now. Y'all got the whole NBA on lock, telling all the secrets, giving up all the information. We can't hide anything anymore from you two.
Well, let me say this to you. I need your help with something because let me tell you something. There are questions that I don't have answers to compared to the likes of